Isn't that going to help you out?
I can't burn a liver.
You can't.
No, the liver just keeps making glucose for me, but it can only make, there it is.
It's making glucose.
And it's fine as long as I can get it. But when Eric water fasts, all that goes away.
No. I love being in ketosis. We've both chosen to really keep track of whether we're in ketosis or not because we want the benefits like what?
Anti-inflammatory.
Anti-aging.
Yep. Weight loss maintenance.
Yes, absolutely. Hormone regulation.
Cognition.
Yes. Energy.
Well, and for you, mood.
And mood, yes.
Which is my envy. I want your mood.
Yes. So we are 3 years into eating a mostly meat diet, and we were seeing things go the other way.
Yeah, ketones were way down and blood sugar was climbing.
I'm JJ. I am a life coach, and I eat mostly meat.
I'm Eric. I'm a novelist, and I eat mostly meat.
And here is why Eric especially chose to do something different than just the standard carnivore, and why I continue to choose to prioritize my mitochondria. I'm about 24 hours out of finishing my sardine fast.
Why did you even do it?
You may know this about me. I hate fish. I don't eat fish until recently when I discovered that it really is an important strategy to have sort of in your keto carnivore toolbox when you want to maximize your mitochondrial efficiency.
Okay, so this is going to cause some consternation, debate, and backlash.
It is.
Because people don't want to hear it because they don't want to eat any sardines.
We do get backlash, that is for sure, whenever we bring it up.
It's not too bad.
No, it's not. I don't want to eat the sardines either. But it seems to be the thing that really works well. I know other people go, oh, maybe try a different type of fish. And those actually might work for me because I hate fish. But there's a thing about sardines that there is a satiety point. People do not overeat sardines. I'm guessing people could overeat salmon.
I don't know.
No, you don't know?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends on what you have with it.
Well, I suppose.
I mean, the whole point of a sardine fast is it sort of naturally limits your intake of food.
Yeah, volume goes down.
Because I did an egg and bacon fast to try to mimic the results, and it didn't work. And I think it didn't work simply because I just ate to satiety and I could eat way more. The focus for us is not on just eat a certain way and then trust the body to do what it's supposed to. Because if I just ate only donuts and trusted the body, I would end up with type 2 diabetes.
Yes, that is true.
I've got gains that I want to make. There's healing that I want to happen. There's energy that I want to reclaim. JJ has experienced much of it already. But even you use water fasts and sardine fasts and other things to try to optimize your health and vitality.
Yeah, I'm future planning here. I mean, I feel good now, and I want to continue to feel good for decades to come is the hope. So, yeah, I don't like to see my health markers dipping in a way that I don't want them to go, to trend in a way that I don't want them to go, because I don't know what that means in the long term. I suffered from signs of hormonal imbalance, minor signs, for years and years and years until the final crash. So I don't want that to happen now where I'm just hanging on for years and years and years with markers looking okay and then have a crash.
Right. And we originally were all about insulin.
I was on carnivore, mostly meat, for 7 months before I lost any weight. Now, I experienced benefits in those 7 months, no doubt, so much so that you notice, like my body recomposition. So things were happening. But it's when I started to really focus on insulin that things turned around for me. And that was thank you, Dr. Fung. Due to his work, he's not keto carnivore.
So when you said you focused on insulin, when you ate the food, were you going, okay, think insulin, it's going down?
No. So first of all, I read Dr. Fung's books and learned about insulin. And that's how I went to meat to begin with, is I was already doing intermittent fasting and not seeing a lot of results there, a few, but not a lot. So meat, I was like, oh, insulin's going to go even lower. But then 7 months in is when I really said, okay, no more snacking. There are going to be 2 meals a day for me, and it's going to be a bunch of food and then nothing. No flavors, no nothing, and then my second meal later in the day and no flavors, no nothing after that. So that would allow my insulin to rise to take care of my food intake, but then lower, come back to baseline before I took in more food. And that seemed to be a really big help for me. And the weight started to move in addition to my other benefits. Yeah. So that was my first focus. I lost 30 pounds and I got all the benefits that I've seen. Like I was at I'll say 90% of what I'm experiencing now through just those changes in my diet. So what does that look like? Better hormone balance, better energy, better clarity, mood, better skin.
Well, I went carnivore and I lost 35 pounds
Mhm.
and I did not get an energy boost.
Mhm.
I did get some healing. IBS went away.
Oh
Great.
yeah.
Acid reflux went away.
Mhm.
Great. I was able to, because I was just eating so much protein, I was able to actually recover from exercise. So that
Mhm.
was great. But the cognitive benefits, kind of, not quite, which got me eventually, once I was patient,
Hmm.
I took all the vitamin P I was capable of taking.
Yes,
I was
yes.
like, there's something I'm missing. There's something that I need to tweak. And that's when I really got into checking my blood sugar and ketones and found out that on carnivore, I wasn't really in very deep ketosis. And so when I did a water fast to try to really push things along, I felt absolutely miserable. And what I realized was JJ would do a water fast. She'd feel wonderful and blissed out from all the ketones. I didn't. And this shifted my focus from insulin to mitochondria because it was very clear that even though all of that time I'd spent in carnivore, I'd had some, detectable ketones going on the Keto Mojo. My mitochondria did not care about that at all.
Mm.
My mitochondria wanted to burn glucose continuously and, well, obviously free fatty acids, but were not adapted to ketosis. And
Now,
it just seemed so crazy to me because I just assumed I was well keto adapted.
and you'd been on carnivore for 2.5 years by this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And why are mitochondria important?
That gets us to this part of the show.
Hey there, Eric. Why the long face?
Just been horsing around with a lot of glucose.
Glucose, you say?
Yeah, but Eric's fasting and there's very little glucose coming in and I don't have anything to burn.
You don't have anything to burn? Well, what about this? Isn't that going to help you out?
I can't burn a liver.
You can't.
No, the liver just keeps making glucose for me, but it can only make, there it is.
It's making glucose.
And it's fine as long as I can get it. But when Eric water fasts, all that goes away.
No.
And you
Where's
know what?
the glucose?
You know what the liver has to do then?
What?
And it sends these dumb things in here. What are these things, JJ?
These are ketones.
What's a ketone?
These are what I eat for food. These fuel me. I feel great.
I can't use those. I don't have the mechanism. Stop it with the ketones. They're useless to me. Give me the green things. Give them to me.
All right, here's one green thing to hold you over.
Not enough. I need hundreds of millions of them.
We've got one more.
What am I going to do, JJ? I can't use those orange ones.
Oh, maybe it's time for you to move on.
Well, I want to, but this water fast is killing me.
Aw.
How come you can do a water fast and I can't?
Well, since you can't use these beautiful, plentiful ketones, you're going into sort of a low power mode. You're shutting down. And as a result, Eric feels awful. Other people, I don't know if you experienced this, Eric. Did you experience getting cold on your water fast?
I didn't get cold so much as just complete dismal, depressive,
Mm.
horrible feelings. I wasn't nauseated or anything, but just just awful.
Did you know the mitochondria your brain is like the primary place where mitochondria live? Like it's the most dense mitochondria is in the brain. So maybe that was part of the mood issue.
It would make total sense. Yeah.
Okay. So what we understand to happen when a person is water fasting and they're not metabolically flexible, their mitochondria aren't able to use ketones along with the free fatty acids and the glucose, then they go into that sort of sad conservation mode.
Well, it really felt like I was trying to conserve energy, and it was doing it by just making me want to, well, eat.
Yeah. And you were white knuckling it.
Yeah, I was starving.
So even though you thought you were well nourished eating this diet, you weren't well nourished for a fast. You weren't adapted for a water fast.
No, my poor, sad mitochondria had no flexibility to switch to ketones readily. What we learned from Dr. Boz was, and she's seen this with people who have metabolic resistance or insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome. And that is, they go from that state into a water fast and they experience what I experienced. What was surprising to me was that I was coming from carnivore and I went into that and I experienced what I experienced.
Yeah.
So I had a very rigid mitochondrial system.
Yes. And I want to say I kind of wondered about this. I didn't have the framework yet, but you hear a lot of carnivores or keto people talking about how they just naturally aren't that as hungry as they used to be. Like they'll eat 1 or 2 meals a day and they're good, right? But you were like hungry a lot. You weren't snacking. You weren't doing that. But like when every meal came, you were ravenous and eating 3 meals a day, maybe even a little snack somewhere in between there. So,
yeah. So, obviously the first thing a carnivore would look at would be are you eating enough fat and are you getting your electrolytes? And I'd done all the work to track my macros.
Yeah.
And clearly it doesn't really matter if you're not producing and using ketones, your mitochondria don't adapt. You have to get into ketosis to be in ketosis and to get exposure long enough for the mechanism to fire up so your mitochondria are happy to use ketones. Healthy people, young people, they just will switch.
Yeah.
Little babies will just do it readily overnight. Or so I've read. So the question is how do you go from that state and get your mitochondria into the happy place? It seems like a water fast should be the thing that does it.
Yeah.
But for me, it didn't.
No.
So that's where the sardine fast came in.
And I have to say, even though I could water fast and not experience that white knuckling thing, I was experiencing my blood sugar and my blood sugar going up, my ketones going down the longer that I was on carnivore. And so I didn't see that as a real sign of that metabolic flexibility, the metabolic flexibility. So even though I was doing okay, like still had pretty good mood, focus, energy, I saw where that could go in the future.
Some people were going to say you're overcautious, that it's okay to have higher blood sugars than you were experiencing.
Yes.
And I was having them in the 105, 110, 115 in the mornings. I wasn't happy with it. I just can't get my head around, why am I eating this way to get that result? I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied with it. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm going to solve it. One of the solutions is to use the sardine fast. There's nothing magical about a sardine. It just has a combination of qualities that works well.
Yeah.
It's hard to overeat them. They have a lot of good omega-3 fatty acids in them. And if there's appropriate fat along with them, you have great substrate for ketones to start. But there's this other thing that's part of the theory behind why it works so well. And that has to do with this idea of scarcity, starvation mode versus a sense of there is incoming nourishment, which allows the body to do the mitophagy, to build new mitochondria that can use the ketones.
Okay.
I'm unhappy because I can't burn these ketones.
Not only that, you're in conservation mode right now, right?
I'm totally in conservation mode.
I'm low power.
I feel like I'm dying, but I just keep hanging on
You-
lower and slower.
You can't go anywhere. Your body is trying to preserve everything, including you, even when you're not efficient.
It sucks living this life.
Well, I've got an answer for you.
Okay.
Let's just try this.
I'm ready for anything.
Okay. Let's try a sardine fast or sardine challenge.
Gross. There's no sugar in those.
Yes, but here's what happens theoretically when you eat the sardines. Your body feels nourished enough to actually not put you in this conservation mode. Something else happens.
What happens?
Well, Eric, I'm sorry, but it's time for your mitochondria, your inefficient mitochondria, to go away.
Nice knowing ya. Bye.
But wait, what's on the horizon right away?
Hey. All right.
Hey, you look familiar.
That's me. I'm so stoked to be here.
Well, you've not been eating much. You've just been eating sardines. Well, you haven't. Eric has just been eating sardines. And guess what?
My liver's doing something great.
Yeah, it is.
It's producing those orange things.
It is.
I know what those are.
Wait a minute. What? You know what these are?
Give me some. Whoa, yeah. Oh, right. I can burn these now. I've got the internal mechanisms to use these ketones for energy. And what's even better, I'm even better at doing that than I was with glucose.
Let's see. Glucose?
I can use it.
Okay.
Hey, whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't want too many of those. I don't want to get glycated.
No, do not get glycated. Here, have some more keto.
Oh, yeah. If I'm in the brain, I'm really firing.
You are. Your brain is sharper, which you have actually noticed. You've implemented the sardine fast several cycles in a row, which means for, 5, 6 weeks.
Yeah, I did it a lot of weeks in a row.
You did a 72-hour sardine fast, that many cycles, and you've seen some improvement.
Yeah, well, I was then finally getting my blood sugar down like into the 70s and my ketones into like the 2-3 range. And all the system needed was just to have the exposure long enough and do that turnover without going into that sort of scarcity starvation kind of mode. And I was able to get much happier results than doing a water fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I haven't done a water fast yet, but I think I'm primed and ready to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I haven't really felt an incentive to because my cognition has been better and my energy's been somewhat up. So that's been beneficial.
Definitely.
Where I really noticed it was when I had some exogenous ketones and I was like, whoa, I can really focus and think. I haven't felt like this in ages. It just told me that all the mitochondria were ready to go and use the ketones, whereas in the past, it didn't really do much.
So some people do report that exogenous ketones do nothing for them. And so the thought is then their mitochondria, like you said,
they weren't fired up.
Yeah. And some people say don't have the exogenous ketones. Rely on your body to do it. Are those ketones?
It's a little, there's a little bit left over in there from earlier this morning.
Yeah.
And I can totally feel the difference. Those are Dr. Ba's, the powdered ones. I only use half a dose and I can feel the effect.
Yeah. Now, does this mean your body doesn't produce ketones, that you're just taking them in?
No, it produces it fine.
Yeah. Dr. Baz, again, don't know if this is right or not, have not fact checked this. She says that the liver taking exogenous ketones kind of primes the liver and the rest of the body to be able to accept those ketones. So she doesn't feel that it ruins your ketone production. But I mean, you're not sipping on them all day
No,
either.
no.
No. You just give yourself a
I
little
could also
boost.
take MCT
Yeah.
oil, and that would work fine.
Mhm.
This is just a little more direct.
Yeah.
But, I have no problem taking some
No.
MCT. It's just that you have to be careful not dosing that too high too quick.
But yeah, in the evening, when I take it as well in the evening, long after that has gone out of our system, our bodies are producing
She's
their own
still
ketones.
way higher ketosis than me
Yeah.
on average. But like this morning it was what, 0.8, 0.9, my ketones. And that's great on awakening.
Mhm.
I would like it to be 1.5, but I mean, I'm happy with that. And my blood sugar this morning was 92, but it's more typically in the 80s. And I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I eat a mostly meat diet. The carbs I get are a little bit in avocado
Mhm.
and little bit in if I eat a carnivore bar, it has some carbs. And I have kefir.
Mhm.
But it's like this much. I don't know how many carbs are in it.
Yeah.
So the carbs may be contributing. I don't know, but they're not keeping me out of ketosis at all.
Yeah. And I have some yogurt, some of that fermented homemade SIBO yogurt that I make that has carbs in it. And I also have some sauerkraut. Those are my main daily doses of carbs. But I'm almost always under 20 grams of
Mhm.
carbs. I've done the math and I'm always very low carb. Yeah. Ketosis type carbs because I want to continue not only today to feel great and energetic and have mental clarity, but again, I'm looking down the path and I just want most of my markers. I'm not too worried about some, but most of my markers to be in that great range that hopefully leads to longevity and health span.
Yeah. So I want to be really clear.
Mhm.
The point of doing a water fast or a sardine fast is to stress the metabolism
Mhm.
and stress those mitochondria
Mhm.
in order to send signals, whole range of hormonal signals into the body.
Yeah.
And this is, you could argue that maybe it mimics some aspect of ancestral lifestyle. I don't know. I guess I don't really care too much about it. It's just, I want to get the result. I want to provoke the result.
Mhm.
And I would rather do it through understanding how the system works rather than just guessing.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's kind of my view.
And you used a great word. You said it is stressing the system. And I know there are doctors out there like Dr. Bright who say, oh, don't spike your cortisol. Well, there's a difference between stress and right um starvation. So you don't want to go into that mode where everything goes into sort of low power shutdown mode. That is a sign that your cortisol is probably rising. Insulin might be rising as well. So you really want to do a nourished fast. If you choose to do fasting, any type of fasting, sardine fast, egg fast, fat fast, whatever it is, you want to have it be a nourished fast so that your system doesn't go into that starvation mode where you're white knuckling. If you're white knuckling, your cortisol is going to be raising.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.